Michael Collin, you're back for your second session. How are you?
I'm good. I had chicken breast with mixed vegetables this morning. I'm going to start working out.
Excellent.
Even though, in the summer, I'm a beach bum. I like to swim in the ocean.
The summertime. It seems to be a favorite for many people. I'll need you to fill out these forms.
I filled out 3 papers last time.
These are different. It won't take long. Please. Have a seat. I'm pulling them up now. I'm very delighted to see you're here again. Getting the answers you need. Let's get started.
Yes, ma'am. That's why I don't do transactions online. I was busy drinking my fire and ice when it happened.
A drink called fire? With ice?
No. I do not eat ice from tap water. That was the name of my drink. Fire and ice. For sure. After I turned my smelly sheets over from seeing these crazy young chicks from Facebook.
Is the woman from the cottage young?
No. She's my age.
I see.
Anyway. While my parents are asleep, I like to catch a vibe, chill, smoke, sip drinks, as the confident man I am. But, next thing I knew, people stole my shit.
Unbelievable. Wow. Was it the guy you just told me about?
Definitely.
I understand what you were up against.
Facts.
It's unfortunate you were not able to trust him.
Fair to say. I didn't see it coming. Okay. I learned something the week he got me.
We always think people will have boundaries and codes for us that they don't have. For others, we are somehow special or exempt from their bad behavior. We're not. People are who they are. We should believe what we see the first time and move on.
Doc, the creator said, speak the truth. If I thought for 1 minute I couldn't trust this dude, I wouldn't be sitting here talking to you right now.
We know it's more complex, don't we? Can I be frank with you?
That's your style, Doc.
The prison industrial population. It's set up to run like machines that are very well maintained and operated as such. Productivity must be pushed out. It doesn't matter if you rob the small shop for $60. And no one was hurt. If you don't have the complexion for the protection, mercy will not be shown.
Straight facts.
They will throw the book at you, lock you up, and throw away the key.
For real. What do you think the problem is, Doc?
Well, for starters, a huge reason is the loss of mature fathers. Keyword: mature. If the father is present in the home and he isn't mature, it's the blind leading the blind.
After work, when we have our talks, my papa lets me know he is always there for what I need. I wonder why we don't get this.
Ignorance is a learned behavior. When this behavior is celebrated instead of corrected, society suffers.
I share other people's videos all the time on my Facebook posts. It's knowledge and facts. People won't even react. It just sits there. You can hear crickets.
Be very careful indeed. People can be intimidated by integrity, truth, a shift in their reality, perhaps even develop an inferiority complex. To some degree, an attempt to destroy the messenger for speaking or delivering reality.
This is why I'm doing more with my life. Not just custodial, security, and setting up furniture for events. I'm a man with few words, but much action. Do you know where I can get some money grants?
We have a patient resource advocacy program on the second floor, room 518, Monday and Wednesdays, 9 to 4. They can help you there.
Good looking out. Doc, why are you laying this on me?
We are here to get to the root. Dig deep inside you, Michael.
Slow down. Stop judging me.
It's not judgment.
What is it then?
I'm letting you know what I hear. You talk as if you're rich, comfortable, and broke. The women are confused. Can't you see?
Look at me. You already know what category I fall in.
Are you depressed?
Come on. No. For what?
I'm not being facetious. But you're wearing the exact same outfit and hat you wore this last visit. Different sneakers. You went to a different department few days ago. I observed you getting on the elevator. Same clothes. Same hat.
You trying to clown me and make me look stupid?
I'm really not Mr. Collin.
What's your point?
I'm being upfront about my observation. That's what you asked for.
This feels like a setup.
We're being honest with ourselves here. Embrace it. Talk to me. You just told me, the woman you spoke about last session. You played games on her phone, pretending yours called hers by mistake while it was in your pocket. Come on, Michael, a smartphone with a glass screen, no raised buttons?
Shit can happen. It's not unheard of.
Is this what you want? To tell women a bunch of lies, doesn't take accountability, and has the emotional intelligence of a 12-year-old?
I ask for pictures a lot too. Even when I just met them. Ask them if they're natural or shaved between the legs. I ask women how their day's going, what food they're cooking. Don't plan on following up on none of it.
Playing emotional head games.
Isn't it obvious what I enjoy?
At 49.
I do all kinds of shit. I don't give a fuck. But if I text them and they leave me on red or ignore my message, I tell them goodbye. Take care. Have a nice life.
Interesting.
Shit don't matter. They already feeling me. Hard for them to leave, but I don't care for them. Never.
Honesty is the best policy.
Say less. Check this. I'm single. By choice. I can pick up the phone one time and be in a relationship.
Just like that?
Facts. I respect and adore women, but I don't need my head hurting. I'm cool.
Let's pick up from our last session. Dive in again. I know how painful this is for you. Are you ready?
Definitely.
The night in question.
It was wild. For sure.
You will gain more clarity on how you could have done things differently. Should we start where you left off?
No time like the present.
Absolutely. I have a question.
Shoot.
How did you hear about us?
I was at work. This beautiful lady doctor. She told me. This is where I needed to go.
I see. Last visit, we were discussing your date. You and the woman had come back from the restaurant to the cottage for a nightcap.
Yeah. But look, I have to say this. Are you going to let me talk? I have to be who I am. I'm not a woman.
Yes. The floor is yours.
I would use other examples to dig deep, as you say. But for some reason, this night I'm talking about was hell.
Straight facts, right?
You were really getting to know me, Doc.
That's my job. But I understand what you're saying. Continue, please.
So, I still couldn't believe I fell. Twice. Down the stairs. Off the bed. That damn tequila. And drinks at the place. Way too much. It was crazy.
I know.
It's not like I don't drink every day. With my pop and brothers. So I don't know why this night was different.
Michael. What happened?
I didn't tell her. I had a serious issue.
What was the problem?
If I get the vibe they want me to, I'll kiss women. Tongue them down. Touch their breasts. Between their legs. A man my age should know how to please a woman. Sexually.
Go on.
She was turned off a little, but she was being polite about it. I could tell. It was because of the way the night was going. Also, I had played a few mind games, insulting her intelligence. In between dates.
Don't forget to add. You had secretly asked your friends on some of these dates with her. Pretending you ran into them by mistake, when in fact you invited them purposely. Did I get the details right?
Facts. They were feeling like losers. I gave them some entertainment.
Are any of them married? Or in a long-term relationship?
No. For what? These women are thirsty begging cappers out here with GoFundMe pages, I told you.
Then I must be a capper as well. Since I'm a woman.
You're different. Okay.
Not by your ideology.
I knew. You were going to do this.
You're here for redemption, truth, acceptance, accountability, a way to kill the pain inside.
Because I want the white fluffy sheet to stop screaming. No.
The answers are not in silence. Off the Lambs. Or any other Hollywood movie that you've seen.
Forget all that shit, Doc. What's ideology?
According to your philosophy, your ways and beliefs of seeing things.
You have degrees. Your hair is natural.
There's more to a woman than hair and degrees.
I don't see it.
You prefer not to see. You don't want to see because it turns the mirror back on Michael Collin.
Nice. But you choose not to listen, Doc. I'm very intelligent. Look, every day I wake up, these women are naked, stinking through their Photoshop pictures, crying about their lovers, talking crazy on Facebook. Who, in their right mind, ain't sick of this shit?
Seems to be mostly men who like and love all of these sexually charged, racy revealing photos of distasteful surgically enhanced bodies.
Not me.
Are you sure about that?
Positive.
Would have been nice had you looked me in the eyes when you said that. Women, men, the elderly, young adults, middle-aged, everyone. The whole planet. I don't care who you are or where you live. There is personal growth to achieve for everyone. Every day that we live. Not just one particular gender. The sooner you realize this concept, the sooner new positive avenues in your life will begin to gravitate towards you.
If you're going to be this blind dog, what's the point? Man, listen. At the end of the day, me and my brothers, we stick together as a team. For life.
It was very childish to basically take your friends on the date, along with you and her.
Who cares?
If she'd met them before. She had already put two and two together.
Check this. That's not my problem. Bros. Before any hoe out there.
Wake up and get real here today. This isn't working for you. This horrible outlook on women is equivalent to wearing a big dirty tattered old winter coat in the summer. You really should know, Mr. Colin. Stimulating a woman's mind first. Treating her with respect and dignity throughout will most certainly determine how her body responds to a man's advances.
I'll come out and tell the truth.
I thought that's what you've been doing all along.
No reason to lie. That's the problem. All females are the same.
We're not.
Prove it.
You're unraveling. Keep it together, Mr. Colin.
Why do you women make things so hard for a good man like this?
Calm down. I'm here to help.
Act like it.
Karen.
What are you doing following me, Jack? Get out, I don't want you here.
I'm not leaving. Plus there's a food truck out front giving away free pizza and sausage.
The sign on the truck says it's only for the homeless. I tried. Our son loves pizza. Either way, I didn't have the gumption to tell them my family indeed qualifies.
Geez, Karen. We do not.
Go away.
Your every move is being recorded on surveillance. Why do you keep doing this?
If you don't mind, Mr. Foster. I'd like to count my pennies in peace, as I wait patiently for the cashier to return from lunch, to see if I'm successful at receiving financial kindness from a stranger.
You didn't speak to me during breakfast.
No, dear. I didn't.
Why?
Did you notice someone was not in their bed last night? And missing at our makeshift table? Are we really asking why? At this late date of foster family suffering?
Even if our son didn't call you. He called me. I was comfortable with what he said.
Talk to yourself. Our son was probably under a bridge when he called. Huddled with a bunch of lost souls, waiting for his turn for the dope pipe.
You don't know that. Our son is strong as an ox. He's resilient, not lost.
Keep lying comfortably in these ridiculous lies you tell yourself on a daily basis. You let our son get away with murder. Coming home stoned and whacked out. This will destroy his record.
Let the boy stumble.
You mean like your nosy, intrusive parents did for you, dear?
Yes, and I graduated top of all my classes and became police chief.
Who is currently powerless. So the moral of the story is, look where it got us after you shot your mouth off to those people. Why can't you deal with reality?
I said it before, Karen, not to get off like this in public, woman. This is a private conversation.
Waving your arms about won't get me to change. I don't care at this point.
Will this reign of terror you force me to endure ever end?
When our life changes back to what we worked hard to obtain. When the Goldmans have been defeated and sent to faraway lands in spirit.
You insist on bringing up their name time and time again. I am just about ran crazy from your relentless torture.
Really? You are not the tortured one, Jack. It's not about you.
Right now, yes, I am.
Apparently not tortured enough. You're not doing anything about it on a bigger scale.
Listen up good for the last time. I'm going through the same pain, for Christ's sake. We live in the same house.
Call that dilapidated structure whatever you want. It's not a house.
What is it then?
A goddamn prison. Of hardship, misery, sadness, grief and degradation.
You fucking shitting me? How? You're not being fair.
Are you serious? And don't you dare swear at me again. Are you demented and nuts?
You drove me to it.
The guys who beat you senseless on the train must have did more damage to your brain than a wrecking ball on demolition.
Look. Senator Jacob Landsville was right there. He had something to do with it.
Clearly Richard's paying him. So he's protected. Isn't he my rotten blueberry muffin of a husband?
Karen.
No repercussions. Shit is serious to the goddamn core.
I'm sick about all this as well. But that was low of you to say these terrible things to me, Karen. I was hospitalized for a week.
And I was right by your side like an idiot.
They tried to knock my mustache straight off, leaving me for dead in broad daylight. You're my devoted wife talking like an enemy.
Devoted? Not anymore. This is a new day.
I'm lost for words for the behavior you're displaying.
You heard the words correctly. Deal with them. I was growing in every way when I met you. I refused to repeat cycles that kept me in a lower vibration, and here we are.
I'm really afraid of what's happening to the woman I met. Who is she seriously?
Damn you, Jack. Caroline and Mother was right.
Don't mention them. They never liked me and never will.
Well now. We're all on the same page. I've officially joined them. You must be proud of the progress our family has made.
Our son needs a mother, not an angry woman who's denounced her responsibilities to the family.
Not our son. Just you. Serious things are happening here. Why can't your brain compute this? I hope you can live with yourself.
I'm trying to locate other avenues for resources, but always you kick me down like a dog. I have feelings, but it doesn't matter.
I wish we did. I wished we had a support dog. Things would be easier. Maybe then we'd have a fourth brain in the home to actually work in our favor. the hardcore stoners and drunk boozers of the world. They get this, Jack. Which means you should too.
You say my name way too much. I'm sick of it. And I had enough.
Wow. My. The man is experiencing a rude awakening, even after all that has happened.
No, I am not just waking up.
Could have fooled me. Damn you for putting us through this close to our golden years. I want to knock you silly. I had to marry foul language, poor hygiene, narcissism, and selfishness.
Stop this.
And for the record, the very first text you sent me was dirty and overly sexualized. I didn't like it. Big turn off. You have no idea. I won't stop because you need to know. We live like third world savages, scrounging for food and anything to be set apart from the unhoused population.
Come on, that's a stretch.
Maybe listening to harsh words now you'll get the severity of things.
I have a lot on my mind too, but you don't ever think someone else needs comforting words. Of course you don't. Everything's my fault.
Who else, Jack? Don't be foolish, you're supposed to be the breadwinner.
That's not what you were saying on your previous lucrative job.
That was then. This is now.
I can. And still will. Hold this family together, honey. I love you guys so much.
Save it, don't say another word to me. I am not falling for this again.
Honey, a new horizon is upon us. That's what the preacher said.
You mean the same lying preacher who makes promises he can't keep? He stopped answering our calls. What a louse. We didn't get the used garments we asked for. We even went to a black church. Who knew we'd get treated that way?
His wife apologized.
I don't want to hear it today, Jack. They still ignored us in the end. Where's your comprehension? Tell me.
Where my dignity is. In the toilet.
Good, I'm not the blame. I'm blue in the face talking to you. What is a wife to do?
I love you. You gotta believe me.
God help us at some point, cheese and crackers. Do you understand finally?
Sad to say.
Please. What other stupid quote are you going to recite?
Communication is only as good as the ears listening.
Same old treatment. This song and dance you've been doing for the longest. Different year. You always say communication and whatever else gibberish you use about your ears.
It's true.
It's time you find out what you can do with your communication.
You're supposed to motivate, not hate. Not break me into little pieces.
I'm broken as well. Can't you see? I think you're too far removed from this planet to accept your immense denial of obvious failure. Look at your wife, Jack.
No.
Understand. You never took the time to get to know my personality. When I got pregnant with your child, admit it.
I've since changed.
Nevertheless, you were too busy sticking your little member in all of the female welfare recipients back then.
I know, I'm sorry. But for the record, there were trust issues on both parts. End of story.
Do you know why I'm here, Jack?
I'm afraid to ask.
I had to go to urgent care 2 days ago, but I was told at the desk our health insurance told us to get gone due to lack of information and some other legal jargon I am not familiar with.
What's wrong?
I was laughed at, shamed with judgmental eyes. That is what's wrong.
I mean your body, Karen. Just tell me.
It's embarrassing. Some things a wife shouldn't tell her husband.
I'm concerned.
Forget it. Too many issues to explain to someone who started an avalanche of unnecessary turmoil.
I'm your husband.
Barely. I found myself here because of your blatant incompetence.
You'll never stop, will you?
To add insult to injury. My favorite animal. The new flimsy drapes with hyenas on them in our hallway. I feel they are just laughing at me every time I walk by. And the window treatment by a store similar to Dollar Tree are not fully paid for.
You're losing it.
Can you blame a person under these circumstances? But I'm carrying on.
Well, I hope you'll appreciate I booked us a hotel for quality time next week. What is it now?
They called yesterday.
Confirmation. Great.
They left a rather charming voicemail.
Pack your nightie. It's going to be fun and exciting just like old times.
It won't. My goodness. Where would you get some nonsense like that given the state of our marriage?
Get into the effort I made. I'm trying a lot. Can't you see, or do you want blood from my veins, Jeesh Karen?
I'm not the one intercepting a glorious outing you set up for us.
Then who is?
Not who. But what?
I'm confused.
It's the credit card you gave them.
Unbelievable.
Typical. Their exact words were, "Thank you for inquiring. We do apologize we weren't able to accommodate. All our reservations are fully booked. Please try again later. We will be more than happy to assist. For all of your broken challenged 1-star bed and breakfast hotel needs."
Deep pink field, flower stand, and the old stone wall surrounds it. I'm on a street right down the road. There's a whisper in the main breeze.
Yeah. Zooming through the skies to infinity and beyond, no idea where I'm finna be. Can only hold out for hope of safe landings, but it's in. I'm gonna take what I'm handed.
The goddamn place is on fire with helicopters circling us like criminals. You couldn't think of a better location?
I go where I'm comfortable. And the Jake's caught his ass anyway.
You must know these guys, don't you?
One guy, and you're asking too many questions.
There's my answer.
The fire was started by one of the old heads around here. It's cool, nothing new.
This crime-infested place has New Jack City written all over it.
Shit wasn't funny.
Wasn't meant to be. It's the truth. Are you blind? Take a look around.
A lot of my friends live here.
That's a piece of information I could do without. I hope you've never brought Taylor to this gangster's paradise.
She makes her own decisions. I ain't got shit to do with what she wants or where she goes.
Good. Glad to hear this.
I'm trying to put you onto some shit you need to know.
Let's get something straight so we're clear. When I realized it was you on my voicemail and the address you gave, I almost didn't show up. For obvious reasons.
Big mistake. I'm just saying.
I don't like you. Not for 1 second.
Is this shade being thrown at me really necessary? Come on.
Don't think this is a bonding situation. It's not. I know what you're about.
You really don't.
I do. Even if Taylor by the off chance doesn't see what's quite obvious.
Humor me. What do you see? Tell me.
For starters, you dress as if you're going to war with yourself.
I'm rocking the latest drip. but you wouldn't know.
Dripping with cheap junk from head to toe. To get young impressionable women to submit to your nonsense.
Don't get mad at me because you're old and grey. For real.
Which is why I'm a millionaire running a successful oil company. And you? You're just existing and scrounging for crumbs off someone else's table.
Check my bank account, then we'll talk.
You know better than that. And mentioning my age is ludicrous. I didn't fall off the turnip truck last night, you smug son of a bitch. Try again.
I didn't waste my time for this.
Understand this. I will protect my daughter with everything I got. If you make a wrong move or touch one strand of hair on her head, you're dead meat.
I want the best for her, just like you.
You don't know her well enough to want anything that's in the detriment of her life.
We're two kings, in our own right. Out here trying to survive. You want the information. Let's chop it up, get to the bottom of this shit.
Some of what you said is up for debate. But if it's going to affect my company or my family, I want to hear what you have.
Now we're talking. Let's get to the business, and maybe discuss you hiring a player like me.
You must crawl before you walk.
What do you think I've been doing?
The information first.